Hi everybody, this is Caroline Speaks, The State of Our World on Sunday, January 17th, 2021. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? Well, it's not good. The coronavirus is killing now about 4,000 people a day, and LA County has become a hotspot for the virus. And the nation has, I think, about 23 million cases now in the U.S. And we're kind of around the 400,000 number mark for fatalities from this virus. So you have to do something, people. You have to wear a mask whenever you go out in public. You have to practice social distancing when you're in public. You have to only socialize with people in your immediate uh, family, home, people you share a home with. It's a very dangerous. It's a virus. It spreads through the air. There are other variants of this virus that have been discovered that have come from Europe and South Africa and have showed up here. So anyway, it's a very serious situation. Now, Trumpy likes to call this the China virus, but it's not. It's a virus that came to Washington State on the west coast of the U.S. Don't know exactly how it got there. It could have come from Europe, so it got to Europe. It got to New York State, so it's traveled. Does a lot of traveling. We don't really know yet where it originated, but it is deadly, and you have to be smart if you want to get rid of it. Now, it's all over the world, and it seems to strike uh, people who are, well, brown and black people the worst, uh, possibly due to the crowded living conditions, so they can't do social distancing, poor health, things like that. So it definitely is a problem. We have someone like the leader of Brazil. He downplayed the virus. He doesn't really care about the indigenous people in Brazil. He's another Trumper. Trump doesn't care about anyone but himself. And Trump failed to implement a national testing plan to make sure we test everybody who has the virus, track who has came in contact with, make sure everyone is tested, make sure everyone follows the proper protocols to stay safe. Uh, Trump also failed to put in a national plan, not only for testing and tracking who gets tested and what the results are, but also a national plan to provide everyone with personal protective equipment and to provide all health facilities with all the equipment they need, like ventilators. He didn't do that. Well, he's on his way out now, and I really do hope he is held accountable. But Trump is not the only one who does that. The Prime Minister of England um, did not take the virus seriously until he got it and almost died from it. And now he's very strict in England about making sure everybody follows the proper rules to keep everybody safe. Then we have, okay, who are the other bad actors? Well, we have Israel. Israel is really an apartheid state. If you're Palestinian, Arab, Muslim, you're considered like a second-class resident. And if you don't live in Israel proper or the settlements in the West Bank or East Jerusalem, you don't count. But if you're Arab, Muslim, Palestinian, you live in Gaza, East Jerusalem, and parts of the West Bank that are not occupied, that are uh, theoretically theirs, you're second-class citizens. They're not providing these people with, before we got the vaccine, they weren't providing any testing and helping them with living conditions so they could do social dummies don't seem to realize that the virus spreads from person to person, spreads through the air. So if you deny the Palestinians a vaccine, then they can continue to get the virus and spread it to others. So wake up, Israel, you're acting in a very dumb way. Israel is still confiscating, well, destroying Palestinian homes they claim are not built legally or did not get proper permission to build. So if we're in a pandemic, a big health crisis, and Israel is destroying the homes of Palestinians. And that's where we spend a lot of our money, and we have to do something different. Congress has to stop giving all this money to Israel, give the money to the Palestinians. They need the money. Okay, now, how about a little song to lighten the mood? The song I'd like to sing is called I Believe. It's a very old song. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Okay, that was I Believe, very old song. I think it's a very pretty song. I hope you liked it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening, January 17, 2021, for another meeting of Carol Ann Speaks A Pitiful World. I hope we'll see you back here again tomorrow evening to meet with us. And remember, only wear a mask when you go out in public, practice social distancing when you're out in public, and stay safe, save others, protect yourself, protect others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night all. Stay safe.